Hi there, everyone. How you doing? It's Jeff C. It is Friday, May the 30th, and I just want to say something just before I begin here. I want to thank all my listeners for all the support that they've been giving me, and I've been working very hard, getting not a lot of sleep, and putting up a lot of videos lately in order to bust this Santa Barbara, shooting hoax that I've been covering, and others have been covering really heavily. And I want to say a shout out to my brother-in-arms there, Team Wake 'em Up, who's doing an amazing job. And if you are not subscribed to him, I'll put his link below. Hopefully I'll remember that, but I'll put his link below. He is doing unbelievable work, and there's a lot of people out there that are working hard on this, breaking this down. I want to show you something tonight that will prove to you that they are using actors, they are using scripts. And I'm going to show you this video here. And once again, I had to record this off ABC, because you go on ABC's website, I swear it's the craziest thing at all. You don't have any control over their video players. Like, they put a pause thing, but it's just an ornament. It doesn't do anything, right? So you can't possibly watch their videos except in ABC time. They don't let you do anything. So I actually have to record these things in order to be able to pause them and come in and show you what's going on. I'm going to show you something astounding here, and you have to be a little bit patient because it comes right at the end, but we're going to go through this interview here, and I'm going to prove to you that this guy is reading the script 100%.
When we were having conversations, it felt that he was mostly just trying to get to the end of the conversation, so I understand it because I'm not, a huge people person either, so...
No kidding.
Just left him alone after a couple questions and moved my things in. We invited him to a few things, me and my other roommate, when we would go out. We'd knock on his door and say, hey, we're going, to the gym, we're going to play racquetball, or going out to eat, do you want to come? And
going to the YMCA. I couldn't resist.
He was like, oh, thanks for the offer, not interested. And after like the 4th or 5th time, we just stopped. I don't think he left his room basically ever until some weekends he would go out for the night or out for the weekend, but he was in his room almost all the time. I bet the way in.
So he's not going to school? I mean, what, he's in his room all the time, except on the weekends? I mean, he never leaves his room? Does he go to the washroom? Does he go to buy food? I don't know. This guy, of course, sounds like a robot. But of course, you understand, these people think they're clever, right? They think they're clever because they want to put a character similar to the character that they're trying to portray right here. This is strategy. The strategy is put someone who looks like a nerd and unbalanced and lonely, but not quite there. And let this guy speak the truth. Let him speak the truth so that people realize, well, hey, this kid here, he looks a little bit unbalanced and unsocial and all that, and he's telling us, hey, guess what? You better fucking start doing something about all these alone, unbalanced people because they're a big danger. Watch.
The quarter, he would have these really loud phone calls. His room wasn't particularly soundproof, so I could hear a lot of it, and it was, I think to his dad, I wasn't entirely sure who it was to, but he would talk about things that aren't going well in school and things just weren't working out. It started off just...
See, it's all a script, right? Because they have to sell you, and of course the method here. Now I want to say right now that this is ABC's baby, really. From what I've seen, ABC, well, CNN's been big on this as well, but ABC is extremely important. I mean, they're all part of this, right? Whether it's CBS, MSNBC, the dumb turds, right? They're all part of this, right? But what I'm telling you is ABC News is particularly deeply involved in this anti-gun movement. I've covered this a number of times now. I can remember right back when Diane Sawyer, around the anniversary of the Sandy Hook shooting, so half a year ago or so, they were talking about her and David Muir. Now, the thing about her is that she is actually a CFR. Diane Sawyer is a CFR member. Right, that you don't get more connected, you don't get more involved in the New World Order than being a member of the CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations. Okay, so you're talking about, you got CNN, who's got CIA, Anderson Cooper, and you're talking about ABC News that has CFR, Diane Sawyer. All the major news is controlled, and this is all a script. So each one of them gets a baby to run on their own, and it appears to me all the stories that are coming, most of them are coming off of ABC News right now, and I'm not the least bit surprised, not at all. So when I was talking about this Sandy Hook thing, they had talked about how her and David Muir had gone for a year. It's been a year since they had been on the road pushing this gun theme, basically going around talking, going in communities, trying to brainwash people about the problem, the terrible problem that we have, which is, of course, that people have guns. And there's a lot of guns out there, and we have to do something about it. So let us continue here.
Concern calls, but there were a lot of them, and they got angrier and louder, and he was junk for a lot of the later ones. And the topic matter was, there was a lot of just frustration for how he's not having a good time at school and how no one seems to want to hang out with him.
Now you see, listen to this. I mean, the topic matter. It's like, seriously. I don't know, this guy's supposed to be 22 or something like that. So he's talking back to a year or two ago. He's 20 years old, whatever. Who the fuck at that age sits around with their fucking ear up to the wall listening to their roommates' conversations? He's talking about topics as in plural, like all these different ones that he's listened to. Most of the topics were like this, right? This is a script, and you're going to see it clearly if you haven't seen it already. If it isn't fucking painfully obvious, watch.
And it just got more and more serious. In the phone calls that you would hear, he talked about how he'd go out and see all these girls hanging out with the guys, and he couldn't understand what exactly they were attracted to, and how he would try and do the same thing, and it never seemed to work out. I've seen a lot of the news for other school shootings, and the things that they always say are that how do you stop something like this? And they always say, you look at the signs of the people and what they're like before they do this, and they always describe, complete recluses who just, stay in their room, but they have some sort of paralyzing issue, and that's exactly what was happening with Elliot. He never left his room, and he always had these deep phone calls that were about things that seriously troubled him. So I had a pretty bad feeling about Elliot.
He's totally pushing the narrative. He's saying everything that's already been said over and over and over again. He was lonely. He was antisocial. He didn't leave his room. And my dog won't shut up. Hey! Be quiet! Bloody skunks. You won't leave his room. He doesn't do anything. He's antisocial. Nothing works with the girls. He's always complaining about the women. He's in these heated conversations with, I guess it's his parents or whatever, talking about how awful everything is. This guy's just reading a fucking script. He's reading the same script that they're all reading.
At that time, on Friday night, I had driven back down to San Diego for the weekend, and I heard about the news when I got on my computer, and I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, school shooting, that's terrible. I'm so grateful that I wasn't in Isla Vista when it happened. And then the next day, when I went back onto Facebook, they were talking about how he had videos. And I didn't know who it was at this time, so I was curious, and I looked at the video, and then I saw his face and his name. And when it dawned on me that it was Elliot who had done all of this, my first feeling was, wow, he actually did it. And the moment after I felt that, I realized if I am not surprised that this is something he would have done, then why did I not say anything?
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Bingo. Bingo, right? The script is being read, and look at this guy's eyes. You're going to see it right now. He's going to start looking over and over and over again this way. You see how his eyes are looking? They've got a big fucking board here with all the writing on it, and he is looking at it. He's looking at the points, and he's trying to pull this off.
Easy as a coping mechanism or whatever. It might be easy to write Elliot off as, twisted, or, he was always going to do this. But I think that for situations like this, it's a community's responsibility to help these people before something like this happens.
You see the way he keeps looking over? He's constantly looking over to his left over and over again. He's looking at the thing. I'm going to put it back a little bit. I'm going to show you this. He's looking at a board. He's reading a script. Watch where his eyes are going.
To help these people before
there?
Before something like this happens. And
again?
In Elliot's case, I guess we failed. But
again? He's reading the script.
If we take this and move forward, hopefully we can these people before anything happens in the future.
He's caught, man. You're caught. That's a script that he's reading. That's a script that he's reading. Look at his frickin' eyes. This is 100% proof that this guy's reading a script, which means this whole thing is a hoax. This is all a hoax. We know it. We know it. We know it. We need to push this shit around. We need to get this information out. Look at this guy. Look at his eyes. Look how he keeps looking at the script. It's unbelievable.
Hopefully we can identify these people before anything happens in the future.
Reading the fucking script. He's reading the fucking script over and over again. And, that is... It's absolutely enormous that people catch on to this. I mean, what are we going to do? We have to let people know what is going on. We have to inform people that they're being lied to, that these stories are being used to take the guns. It's mind control. They're using mind control. They're using actors. They're using trauma, right? That's how they program you. They have to give you grief. They have to make you upset. They want to make women cry in their homes watching the 11 o'clock or 6 o'clock news. They want to get into your fucking brain. Whoops. They really want to mess with you. They want to take your guns, and they'll do anything to do it. People have to realize this. This is a hoax. This is a full-blown 100% hoax. There's actors involved. Team Wake 'em Up, myself, others are showing this over and over again. We're showing that this thing is a staged fucking event, and this can't go on. We can't keep having these Sandy Hooks. We can't keep having these Boston firecracker bombings, right? We can't keep having the lax dummies. We can't keep having the fucking Navy Yard, right? All these bullshit fucking hoaxes. There has to be an end to it. If we can't fucking expose the corporate media now, if we can't do it now with all this information that we've got readily available, all the fucking info that we have to prove this thing is a hoax, we've got no hope. We have to push this information. Get this stuff out there. Get it out there. Make it viral. I'm being like Christopher Green. Get it out there. Click on my sponsors. Do it now. All right, guys.